샤오미의 VR 컨텐츠를 총괄하고 계신 Myra Zhao님이신데요. Myra Zhao님, VR Standalone이라는 주제로 강연해 주시겠습니다. Ladies and gentlemen, hope we can put our hands together to welcome to the stage Ms. Myra Zhao.
I am supposed to get the steps so I could look taller. Hello,
It's
everyone.
on its way.
I am going to introduce you something more about VR contents, but to start, okay, I'm getting my steps. Thank you. Okay, now you can see me now. So I'm gonna to start with a video so you can have an idea of what we are doing about VR. So the video you have watched is a promotion and product video of our VR standalone headset called VR Standalone. And I'm gonna to talk a little bit about VR Standalone, how its content platform is working, and how is consumer VR performing in China. A little bit introduction of myself. My name is Myra, and I am the content manager of Xiaomi VR team. I am in charge of the contents and developers outreaching content strategy of this product. Okay, you can see this is a real product, and I am doing it a little bit personalized, so I have those stickers on. So this is a consumer product. You can actually have one in your home, in your backpack, when you're traveling on a train, on an airplane. This is something portable. You can put it in your pocket. I really appreciate and a big fan of all those fancy and high-end technologies about immersive virtual reality and perception. But how does that have any connection with ourselves? This is the answer. You can have VR in your backpack anytime. And a little bit introduction about Xiaomi VR team. Xiaomi, as you may all know, is a Chinese cell phone company. We are the world's top 5 cell phone manufacturers and one of China's biggest cell phone company. We just did IPO this year, last month, and we are now like literally a worldwide cell phone company. And Xiaomi's VR team starts at 2 years ago when we first launched our cardboard VR headset, which is the first one. It's called VR Glass Play. It's really cheap, and it's actually just a cardboard that you need to place your phone in to see what's on the cell phones of your VR apps. That is something that has no connection with screens, or you can just do with whatever cell phones you have. And then we launched the VR glasses, which needs you to put your phones connected with the headset itself to make use of the screen and the graphics cards. And that is something which is more immersive because you are having a controller. You can have interactions with the virtual world. And then we launched VR Glasses Play 2, which is also a cardboard. So this is actually how Chinese users, Chinese VR players having a knowledge of VR. They are not like having the high-end, super expensive computer and the PC, high-end PC-based VR headsets at first, they are having a cardboard, which they just need their phone in. And then they said, oh, I got a glimpse of how VR is like. I want to be more immersive. Then I got the VR glass, which you have a controller and it is making better use of your cell phone. But the first three are still considered to be accessories of a cell phone. It is not solely for VR. You are using this just when you think of that, oh, I want to try VR and I got this cardboard, then I take it out and I put my phone in and I try VR. But that is not truly whole for VR. And then we launched VR Standalone, which is a VR, all-in-one VR headset. No need for cell phones, no need for computers. Everything is in this headset, and you can use it for VR anytime. And on the same time, while we are building a few generations of our mobile headsets, we are building our platforms and operating systems too. What is on the screen on the left is what you are seeing in VR. This is the operating system. This is supposed to be your home in VR, where you have access to all the fancy apps and games and videos. On the left is a companion app that you actually have in your cell phone, that if you want to know what is happening in the store, in the community, you don't want to put this on, you can actually check the companion app on your phone. This is very easy for people to remember that, okay, they have a VR headsets and okay, there is a new fancy games launched and I'm gonna pick this up after work. So that is a bit introduction about Xiaomi VR headsets and Xiaomi VR software platform. How to go to next page? Can you help me? Okay. So this year in May, we co-announced the VR Standalone and Oculus Go with our partner in Silicon Valley. Oculus is one of the biggest VR headsets manufacturers in the world, and we are so honored to work with them and be their hardware partner to bring the VR Standalone and Oculus to the world. As you may already know the price, but I'm gonna say it again because it's so surprising that Oculus Go is sold at $199 US, and VR Standalone is sold at 1499 RMB. This price is what if you want to give a kid a gift, or if you want to treat your friend a birthday gift, you will go to get something at this price level. So this literally put VR headsets into consumers, into normal users' hands. Oh, I'm back. Okay, so what is the difference of the two headsets? A little bit introduction. Actually, these are considered to be the twin version, and Oculus Go is selling in 23 countries, including Korea, and Xiaomi Mi VR Standalone is sold only in China. And while Oculus have their Facebook platforms in Oculus Go, we are having our Xiaomi Mi VR platform, which you just see just now. And people in this industry has always been really curious about what's happening about VR in China, and especially after we launched the Mi VR Standalone, they are curious about how we are performing, especially like they heard that we sold out a few times in China when we first launched it. I'm not going to share the accurate numbers, but we have seen a huge increase in the numbers of average user time and average revenue per user in comparison with the cardboard and drop-in headset. The average user time is 1.5 hours, around 1.5 hours in the first month when the user gets this. And the average revenue per user is a few dollars. Users are spending a few dollars on VR contents to make use of their headsets. These numbers, if you are following the VR industry, is amazing. And well, the actual reason, the actual drive of people buying a VR headset at home is not the how fancy, how cool the technology is. It's actually what I can do with the headset, what is in this headset. And my team, and we are working really hard on bringing the awesome worldwide VR titles from more than 12 countries in the world and do localization and bring them to Chinese users. So users and players can actually take the advantage of the worldwide VR technologies on contents and have fun at home and show the VR headsets and the VR contents to their friends. And to mention that we right now have 2 Korean contents launched on our platform, and we are to have the 3rd one next month. What is welcomed on MiVR, and actually what is welcomed by VR users in China? VR arcade has been popular for a while in China last year, that users people who are interested in VR are going to some location-based VR arcade to try VR. And at that time, it has been proved that simple shooting game has been really popular with Chinese users because that is something easy to learn and easy to put your hands on. But after we launched VR Standalone this year, we realized that actually users are curious and they are looking for something more complicated, like adventure and exploration. The virtual reality and Dark Days are 2 of the most expensive titles on MiVR platform. They are almost $10, and $10 is a bit expensive for Chinese users, as this is the price that you can have a decent meal for a single person, or this is a price that you can actually see 2 movies in the cinema. But they are highly rating these 2 very expensive VR contents on our platform, and these are actually the most welcome and making a lot of money on the platform. So adventure and exploration types of VR contents are really welcomed. And shooter game, as you may all know, that in China guns are banned, so people are really can't do this in reality, and this is something they could take advantage of the VR in their home. The Merry Snowballs is you are shooting the snowballs, and people are really having fun, and it is making a lot of sales every day. And on the left to Rush and Coaster Combat. Rush is a flying simulation content that you actually in VR are flying and jump out of a plane, and you are flying and racing with your friends. It's a flying experience. It is somewhat dizzy, but people are really having fun and making a lot of Let's Play videos of it. It's just launched last week, and it's already be a popular titles on our platform. And Coaster Combat is a roller coaster experience. This is also something that people don't dare to try in real world. Like me, myself, I never dare to actually play roller coaster in real world, but I'm really having a lot of fun playing the roller coaster experiences. So in conclusion, racing and action are not something you are actually everybody are dare to do in real life, and shooter, no. And adventure and exploration is something that is really taking the advantage of virtual reality, the immersion, and bring people to another world that they want to escape to. And I'm not sure how many Korean developers are here on today's talks, but what Chinese users are really looking forward to is games or experiences that is more like social related, that you can play actually with a friend, like what is showing in Ready Player One. You can call a friends, you can shooting with a friend. This would be something really popular, and this is always a very popular game type in China. And though we are a mobile headsets, which means we are having the capacity and we are having limited on graphics rendering, but if you or anyone who are doing making the use and advantage of the mobile generating rendering technology and making some cool social titles, that would be really awesome. And another topics would be the RPG. Chinese people really love RPG games in VR, whether in VR or not. And the next title that we are going to launch made by a Korean developers called Pimp So Pimps. Is actually a RPG games. Okay, our plan around contents and developer strategy, to be really quick, is we give 100% revenue share till end of 2018 for localized titles, because a lot of well-made mobile titles in China are now localized into Chinese. So we are like driving the developers to do the localization and giving 100% revenue share in this year as a reward. And from next year, all the titles are gonna get 70% of revenue share. And we are prepaying some titles, some well-made and picked titles for our users and members, and to rewarding the developers. And how to launch on VR platform, here is our developer website. You can register and submit here. I am running out of time, but if you are curious about Xiaomi, VR, or VR in China, you can go check our developer portal, and there is my email address and how to contact me through Facebook or Skype. Feel free to say hi if you have a nice mobile VR titles, and the Chinese market are really welcome to well-made Korean titles. Thank you very much.